National Association of Small-Scale Miners say it does not understand why the military is burning excavators and equipment belonging to its members that are operating legally. According to them, the use of the military to destroy and harass its members was not one of the measures agreed on during the National Dialogue on Mining. 3 excavators and several mining equipment have been burned at the sites of its members in the Chifopraso district of the Central Region. At a news conference in one of these sites, spokesperson of the association, Abdul Razak Al-Hassan, gave the government a 7-day ultimatum to fix the problems they have caused or face their wrath.
We want clarification on the president's directives to the military. That is, did the president order the military to burn excavators on site or seize them? This is a question that we need answers to be answered. For example, the military were asked to go on river bodies, but we have a situation whereby they veer off and they went to communities whereby there are licensed small-scale miners and they went burning their equipment. Example of those communities are Ntefrawaso, Asamokrum, and Awisem, all in the Chifopraso district of the Central Region. Then, the other one that we want clarification or we want to find out or see how best, can't the government liaise with the Minerals Commission for the names of small-scale block out areas across the country and share with the deployed military personnel to prevent them from harassing legally licensed miners? Example of NASIM members whose sites have been burnt or evaded by the military, although mining activities are not on river bodies or in the forest, are John Benedict Ventures at Ntefrawaso, where we are now. Then Antodom Enterprise at Asamokrum, all in the Chifopraso district of the Central Region. We are going on to seek clarification, another clarification that is the national dialogue, because what we went and discussed, we want to express our total displeasure about government's U-turn on issues raised at the recently held small-scale mining dialogue at the Accra International Conference Center. Example is, we never discussed anything about militarization or using force to take people out on our legally acquired licenses, because the directive was clear that everybody should be on river bodies, or the military were to go on river bodies to take out illegal miners on the river bodies and their logistics. By so doing, we are giving the government an ultimatum of 7 days to address these concerns, or expect 3 days intensive nationwide demonstration by NASM in all cities and towns in this country. By so doing, we thank you and we expect a quick response from the government as well as the minister in charge of land and natural resources. There are other places whereby this so-called burning is still taking place. Some at Dunkao district, whereby military are there as we speak, doing the burning of excavators. And we don't know where that thing came from. Because at the national dialogue, we never discussed military deployment to go and burn excavators. And this is very disheartening to us members of the association. It looks like a betrayal from government, because we sat with them at the national dialogue, we discussed so many issues, we brought out things that we need to do, modalities that we do to take to make sure that these illegal miners from the river bodies and the forest reserves will be kept. But they came out doing otherwise. So we are showing our displeasure.
Richard Kojonyako was at that briefing for Joy News, and he has joined us. Richard, what did they say was the agreement during the National Dialogue on Mining?
So what they indicated was the agreement was that when they met at the National Dialogue, there was nothing like the use of the military to go to their various sites to cause distraction and to harass their members. That was not part of the agreement. And so that is why they say that they feel betrayed by government, because it was not what was discussed there. That is what they are implementing. And that is why they are saying that they have caused them incalculable damage. So if you go to the site right now, we went to Ntafroaso, and then they mentioned 2 additional places. And even they go beyond these 2 additional places and mention Dunkanofin as places that their members are sticking to the laid down rules and regulations governing mining. They hold their legal permit and everything, but still the military went to their site, harassed some of their members, and then caused destruction, set fire on the excavators. So 3 excavators have been burnt, and the equipment that they use in washing the gold, that is the gold washer, they've also destroyed, as well as other mining equipment. And so they feel betrayed, and that is why they are very angry. They were in red armbands. They were in their numbers, about 50 of them, men and women.
Richard, what more really went on at that news conference, Richard?
Come again.
So what more was shared at the news conference?
Well, so what more was shared was that the ultimatum they have given to government elapsed. That is a 7-day ultimatum. Then they would release some of the arsenal. So what they are going to do first is to wait for government to respond to what they have found and what is happening to their members. Secondly, should government fail to respond to them, then they will embark on a nationwide street protest. They will do a series of them to create the awareness to the general public that government is lying to them. Thirdly, they will also resort to some legal remedies. By legal remedies, they mean that the distractions that have been caused, these are unlawful distraction, and so they will take them to court for remedies to be given to them.
Richard Kojo-Nyarko, thank you very much for joining us with those updates. You're live on The Pulse with me, Daniel Daze. Stay with us.